Chapter 1, Geometry 1, Skill number 9. You should be able to use the definition of right angles, complementary angles, supplementary angles, straight angles, and linear pairs to determine missing angle measures. So the first example, it's one of my favorites. Angle A and angle B are complementary. The measure of angle B equals 89 degrees. What is the measure of angle A? So here, there's some important vocabulary that we need to know. Particularly, complementary. What does it mean for angles to be complementary? Well, that means their measures add to 90 degrees. Now, here's the trick. If you get complementary and supplementary mixed up like I almost just did, you'll get the wrong answer every single time. So you got to be careful. Complementary means they add to 90 degrees. So what do? We take measure of angle A. Let's put this in black. Measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B, and together they should add up to 90 degrees. Well, the nice thing is that we know the measure of angle B. We're told right up here, the measure of angle B is 89 degrees. So what that means is the measure of angle A plus 89 must equal 90. And now we have a nice equation that we can solve. Subtract 89 from both sides, and you actually end up with the measure of angle A equals 1, and then the units for angle measures degree. Complementary means they add to 90 degrees. Supplementary means their measures add to 180 degrees. Very similar, solved the same way. The only difference is complementary they add to 90 and supplementary they add to 180. Some more of the vocab here. A right angle. A right angle has a measure of 90 degrees. 90 degrees for right angles. Now, the next example. Angle ABC is a straight angle. Find the measure of angle ABD. So you need to know what a straight angle means. A straight angle is an angle whose measure is 180 degrees. So it's similar to supplementary, but supplementary is when two angles add to 180 degrees. A straight angle is one angle whose measure is 180 degrees. So what we know, ABC, this straight line has a measure of 180 degrees. Well, the nice thing here is it actually has two pieces on the inside. It has angle CBD, but it also has angle ABD. Those two angles are adjacent because they share ray BD. They share vertex B, and they both go to point D. This actually also makes them a linear pair, because together angle ABD and angle CBD make a line, and the line has a measure of 180 degrees. All these words are very, very closely related. So what we get is that the measure of angle ABD plus the measure of angle CBD together has to equal 180 degrees because ABC is a straight angle. It's the angle addition postulate. Adding the two smaller angles adds up to the larger angle, which is 180 degrees. Now we don't know what either of those angles are immediately, so we have to substitute some stuff in. Angle ABD has a measure of 3x plus 9. Angle CBD has a measure of 7x plus 1. And we have a nice equation that we can solve. So let's see here, 3x and 7x are like terms, so 3x plus 7x is 10x. Positive 9 and positive 1, those are like terms. So 10x plus 10 equals 180. We can subtract 10 from both sides. 10x equals 170. Of course, if you have another way that you'd like to solve this equation, you're free to solve it. You don't have to solve it this exact way. This is just tends to be the fastest. Divide both sides by 10, and you get x equals 17. Now you got to be careful here. X does equal 17, that is correct. No doubt about it, except the question didn't ask you to find x. The question asks you to find the measure of angle ABD. We found x. That's not what the question asked. So to find the measure of angle ABD, we plug it in. And when I say we plug it in, I'm referring to we plug x equals 17 into one of these two expressions. Which one? Well, keep in mind, we're looking for the measure of angle ABD, so we should probably plug it in to the one that we care about, which is ABD. So we want to plug x equals 17 into 3x plus 9. So 3 times 17 plus 9. 3 times 17. That's 51 plus 9, 60 degrees. The measure of angle ABD is 60 degrees. Now the only other vocab word here that we skipped at the top, we covered right angle, complementary, supplementary, straight angle, linear pair are two angles who together make a line. They'll look very much like the straight angle at the bottom. And the nice thing about a linear pair is they always add up to 180 degrees.